Namaste. Welcome you all for day 5 of workshop on wellness of women through yoga. We have been trying to segregate the practice. The first episode, in general, what all women can do, and the next 4, second, third, fourth, fifth episodes are based on categorizing the women's that 28-day cycles into 4 divisions. What are the practices to be done during menstrual cycles? We have seen that is day 1 to 5. Then we looked at the follicle phase approximately from day 6 to about 13th, 14th day. Then we have seen the ovulation phase about 14 to 17, 18. And today we will look at the luteal phase, that is from day approximately 18 to 28. But we have just given the principles of the practice. It is not very strict division that you should do these things only during those phases, because each woman, the chemistry, the requirements, they differ, but in general, we can follow these principles. So in this luteal phase, there is going to be the endometrium, that is the inner lining in the uterus, that keeps on building. In other words, it gets prepared for a possible conception or implantation. That's the process of the nature. And there is going to be rise in the progesterone hormone, and significantly the estrogen levels decrease. So the moment this estrogen levels decreases, possibly the energy levels slightly come down, and some women do experience premenstrual syndrome, which is significantly marked by episodes of some headache, mood swings, fatigue, etc. So we will see what kind of practice could help in such situations. And also we should remember, during this phase, it is not that 18th day means 18th day. In general, whatever you did in the previous class, for example, sun salutation, etc., they can be done even during these periods. But in this phase, basically your practice should take care of some relaxation postures, plus some of the postures that would help the pelvis and the abdominal region. So this is the so-called the lumbo-pelvic hip complex. The movements are there will help to keep your pelvis healthy, and so that what follows, that is after the 28th day, the menstrual cycles start, and that should happen as smoothly as possible. So these are all preparations towards that. So we will look at some of the postures that could possibly should be done during this phase. So we will begin with a couple of simple stretches. Lie your back. Fold both the legs. Heels closer to the hips. Neck at the center, chin towards the chest. Feet about 6 inches apart. Breathe abdominally. This is one of the most important things. To know the significance of this slow abdominal breathing, you should only practice and find out. Inhale, abdominal cavity should expand. Exhale, it should contract. Then contract the abdomen a little more than normal, so that exhalation is longer and deeper. And then slowly inhale. And 4 seconds inhalation, 6 second exhalation is something that on an average most people can easily do, and that can significantly help the mood swings to settle down quickly. Now from here, stretch both arms up. Raise your right leg up. Pull the kneecaps, stretch the toes. So these are some simple movements which can quickly enable your core muscles for further movements. Down. Left leg up. Pull the kneecaps, stretch the toes. Down. One more time, right leg up. Keep on pulling the kneecap. Down. Left leg up. Keep on pulling the kneecap. Down. Next one, right leg up. Fold. Hold the knee, press the knee closer to the chest, stretch the toes. Feel the muscles around the hips and the lower back. Breathe consciously, tighten the back of both the thighs. Change. Left leg. These are all preparatory postures. We have been insisting on this. Whatever you do, basically, please start with these simple movements. Down. Right leg. And these are the things which you can also do after you are back from the work. And this set of postures, they hardly take 10 minutes. Change. Left leg. Release. Left leg. Next one, right leg up. Fold from left hand, hold the ankle joint, pull it. From right hand, push the knee across the chest. It's an excellent stretch for the gluteal maximus muscle, which is one of the large muscles. Release. Right leg. Then change. Left leg up, fold. Hold the ankle joint, pull it and press the knee across the chest. So these movements will enable the lower back to be functionally better. Release. Left leg. One more time, right leg up. Fold, hold the ankle joint, pull it. Press the knee across the chest. When you are doing this, ensure that you are also pressing the left foot, tightening the back of the left thigh. Change. Left leg up, fold, pull the ankle and press the knee across the chest. Release left leg. Slowly get up from the right side. Then sit upright. We do a simple twisting posture to ease the complete trunk. Left hand on right knee. Right hand fingertips on the floor. Inhale, exhale, turn. Breathe abdominally. Good. Slowly come up. Change. Right hand on left knee. Left hand fingertips on the floor. Inhale, exhale, turn. Keep on increasing the height of the trunk and keep on twisting. Slowly come up. Now we will try some simple stretches, especially for the hip. By way of stretching the hip, we are actually helping the pelvic and the pelvic floor muscles, which have a lot of impact on the smooth transitioning across all the phases in a woman's life. So stand up. What you need is a chair. Any kind of chair will do. You can have even a plastic chair would do, or if you have a little more stable dining chair, that will also do. If you have a yoga chair, then it is excellent. All right, now stand facing the chair, about 2 feet away, but stand upright, chest and navel up. Pull the kneecap. Now raise your right leg up. Stretch the right leg. Keep the right heel on the seat of the chair. Stretch the toes. Pull the kneecap. Chest and navel up. Keep on pulling the kneecap. Chest and navel up. Then gently lean forward and hold the top of the chair. Push the root of the right thigh down, lift the trunk and navel up. So you can feel the stretch in the calf muscle and in particular the back of the thigh, hamstrings. So this is typically the flexion of the hip joint. You can feel a very good stretch for the complete legs. This would help you to overcome the problems of fatigue. Slowly come down, then change. Left leg up, pull the kneecap, stretch the toes. Very important to stretch the toes because there's a kinematic chain. When you stretch the toes up, the Achilles tendons would stretch. That will induce the stretch to the gastrocnemius muscle. That would further induce the stretch for the hamstrings at the back of the thigh. Just navel up, then lean forward gently. Feel the stretch in the back of the thigh in particular, and lift the trunk and navel up. Right leg also straight, pull the kneecap. Any good intense stretch would generate some good hormones within our system which would enhance the mood. So they are all actually mood lifting. So that way also these kind of stretches are very good. Then slowly come back and then relax in Tadasana. So this is the forward, we saw that. And now turn to the side, chair to your right side. Of course, you can increase this height depending upon your flexibility, but we are just showing in general what are the basic principles. Now your right leg to the side. Again, pull the kneecap, stretch the toes. Pull the kneecap, push the root of the right thigh down. That you should be doing. So this is the another important movement for the hip, that is abduction of the sideward movement of the hips. Then keep the left hand on the waistline. Slowly, you have to press the heel, pull the kneecap, push the root of the right thigh, then hold the top of the chair. Turn the pelvis. Don't do this. You have to open the pelvis and then pull the kneecap. So these movements will definitely help the pelvis slowly come up, bring the right leg down, then change. Change side, stand upright, left leg up, pull the kneecap, stretch the toes, keep on pulling the kneecap, push the root of the right thigh down. This is very important because this groin is another important thing that you should activate so that you get a better stretch. Keep on pulling the kneecap and ensure to maintain the same plane. Right hand on the waistline, gently bend, hold the top of the chair, roll the pelvis out. Keep on pulling the kneecap. Feel that intense stretch in the medial thigh, that is the inside thigh as well as the back of the thigh. Both of them will stretch. Open the pelvis. Breathe abdominally. Be calm. Be present. Very important. Then slowly come up. Then left leg down. Now turn facing the chair. We are going to now do one more very important stretch, especially for the medial thigh, medium inside thigh, that has to stretch well to induce a better stretch for the pelvic floor muscles, which will go a long way in helping uh, your pelvis, because many women also suffer from the pelvic pain. So this could possibly help. But you should also remember that these are not substitute for any medical advice. So in case of any problem, you should really consult your physician. That's always there. So you should remember that. So now we will do some good stretch. So for that, first what you should do is you should stand slightly at offset. So I'll tell you what I mean by that. So chair is on the right side. You are away from the chair by about from here about 1 feet away, and you are. This is the side of the chair. You are on the other side. So chair is to your right side and also to the front. So this is a diagonal stretch that we are going to do. Just endeavor a right leg up to the other edge of the chair. Please remember, pull the kneecap, stretch the toes, just endeavor up. Then bend little forward. From right hand hold the chair and then bend the trunk. Don't hunch the back, stretch and then bend. That is very important. Bend as though your left hand is going to your left foot. Keep on pulling the kneecap. Press the right big toe. In fact, it is better that you turn the trunk and go as if you are going away from, as if the trunk is going away from your right leg. So there is abduction and there is flexion of your hip. Then excellent movement. Slowly come up. Bring the right leg down. So now you have to go to the other side. You have to stand about 1.5 feet in front, and it is as though the chair is to your left side. So if you keep the chair on the center of the mat, you will be just outside the mat. So that is the idea. Just a navel up, left leg up, on the chair, pull the kneecap, stretch the toes, keep on pulling the kneecap. So these things, if you do in this luteal phase, they will help, because the endometrium, that the inside lining in the uterus, it's start developing, it start maturing. So that process should be healthy. If that process is healthy, it will further help even the, if you are planning to conceive, or even otherwise, if it is a regular cycle, the cycles becomes fairly healthy. Pull the kneecap, push the root of the left thigh. From left hand, hold the top of the chair, stretch the trunk and move the trunk away. So slightly, you should sway the trunk and bend. Keep on pulling the neck. In fact, you can touch the foot, but at least do this much, that's good enough. Keep on pulling the kneecap, push the root of the left thigh, and keep the right leg straight, pull the kneecap, breathe abdominally. Okay, slowly come up. Bring the left leg down. Stand upright. Now come to the center of the chair. There is also another movement which is called the adduction of movement. But for that adduction, if you have the side arms, that would be difficult, but I will show you a way you can do. With this yoga chair, you can do a lot, but many people might not have this yoga chair. What is usually is a plastic chair or a dining chair, but still I'll show you the basic principle. Now chair to the right side. Now raise your left leg on the, keep the left leg on the seat of the chair. We're not going to stretch it, doesn't matter. This is what you should see. Don't turn like this, keep the hips like this. Okay, slowly come down. So this is actually the adduction movement of the hip. Then chain. You can hold the top of the chair and stretch your right leg. Keep the right foot on the chair and turn the pelvis. You should also remember that most of the standing postures also you can do during this phase. It all depends upon what kind of time frame you have for your day-to-day practice. Slowly come down. During this luteal phase, because it extends from day almost 18 to 28, only when you are approaching the 2-3 days before that, you should really slow down, because energy levels will be significantly low because of the chemistry. So now stand again against the chair, about 2 feet away. We are going to do some simple things to strengthen the pelvic floor muscles. Stretch your right leg on top of the chair. Pull the kneecap, stretch the toes. Chest and navel up. Now something good for strengthening the region around the hip. Plus also helps the knee. Flex your left knee and sit like this. Flex your left knee. Press the right heel. Look up. Stretch the trunk. Hold the posture for about 20-30 seconds. Slowly come up. Take your right leg down. Then left leg up. Press the heel, pull the kneecap, stretch the toes. Now flex the right leg, push the root of the left thigh down and stretch the trunk up. So this is also good for the knees. Okay, slowly come up. Bring the left leg down. Now turn sideways, chair to your right side. Stand upright. Now right leg to the side, pull the kneecap, stretch the heel, chest and navel up, push the root of the right thigh down. Now flex the left knee and push the root of the thigh down. That's very important. And lift the trunk and navel up. Keep on pulling the kneecap. Slowly come up. Right leg down. And then change side. Left leg up. Stretch the toes. Pull the kneecap. Chest and navel up. Flex the right knee. Push the left thigh down. Feel that stretch. Feel the loading points, especially at the junction of the hip and the pelvis. Slowly come up. Left leg down. So now one relaxation technique, especially for women who have tendency of premenstrual syndromes and in case they have headache, one of the simple postures that they can do is the following. You can keep a blanket on the chair and spread the legs about 3 feet away, pull the kneecap, stretch the toes and bend the trunk. Rest the forehead on the chair. Pull the kneecap, press the outer edge of the foot. Don't do like this. You see, if you bend like this, it's not good. You must release the abdomen and the pelvis and then bend and then rest the forehead. Pull the kneecaps. These rested forward bends are very good for relaxing. And keep breathing abdominally. This you should stay for about 2 to 3 minutes. This also helps to relax the body and the mind. Then slowly come up, join the feet, now sit down. You can also do the rested Adho Mukha Shavasana. You can keep, for example, a bolster, and depending upon your flexibility, you can increase the height or decrease the height, and then sit in all fours. Stretch the toes. Then raise the hips up, arms straight, legs straight, stretch the trunk and rest the forehead. arm straight, leg straight. This is a good relaxation, and this also provides a mild inversion for your pelvis and abdomen. So there is a downward movement by virtue of the posture, the gravity pulls them inside, towards the chest. So this reversal of the force field is also very important. Slowly come down. Of course, you have to do it preferably for at least 2 minutes to get any sort of benefits. Then, before we do a couple of pranayamas, you should remember that during this phase, you can do some Surya Namaskar standing postures, but essentially, as you advance in the or as you approach the time of your periods, you should reduce all those movements which would strain you. Now you have to sit on a bolster and then spread the legs little apart and keep a chair in front. I'm just going to show you one simple forward bend. So it's called Upishta Konasana. In fact, you can do most of the forward bends that we have shown during the practice of what you can do during the menstrual cycles. All that will help, especially for women who are susceptible to this premenstrual syndrome. Stretch, pull the kneecap, chest and navel up, and then slowly bend forward. Rest the forehead, stretch the trunk, and then relax the arms on the chair. Breathe abdominally. Very good relaxation posture. Any of these forward bends which are supported. Slowly come up. Essentially, all these things you have to do at least for 2 to 3 minutes. It's important. Sit upright. Other thing that you should do is the Supta Baddha Konasana. This I would recommend very much. And if you have a bolster, it's good to do. I think with that we have already shown. Otherwise, I'll show you very quickly what you could do. And Baddha Konasana. If you don't have any other gadgets also, you can sit straight, lie down, and from underneath hold the shin bone, and that's it. Join the feet Push the knee towards the mat. Slowly inhale, slowly exhale. Abdominally. So what you should do, another additional thing is inhale. As you exhale, try to contract the abdominal cavity a little more than normal, down and inward, and then contract towards the end of the exhalation, contract the urinary sphincters and the anal sphincters, in particular the vaginal cavity, that's what we mean, the entire system, squeeze them, pull them in, then release as we inhale. As we exhale, contract the sphincters, pull them in, just for 1 or 2 seconds, then release and then slowly inhale. So this you can do, but initial phases of the luteal phase, you can do these things. But when you approach, as you approach the menstrual cycle times, then avoid all forced movements in the pelvis. Okay, now just relax. And if you have a bolster like this, doing Supta Konasana will be very good because you get a better stretch for your pelvis. When you lie down like this, you get a better longitudinal stretch plus the lateral stretch. So this is very, very useful for women. Of course, this is an excellent posture during all phases of a woman's life. Well, these are some of the techniques. Slowly get up. Then sit upright. So some simple breathing technique which we have been talking about is number one is slow abdominal breathing, and there's 4 seconds inhalation, 6 second exhalation. Slow abdominal breathing that you must do because that will calm the mind. And please remember, for healthy menstrual cycles, remaining calm is very, very important. Uh, well, women have their own challenges, but still, in their own interest, uh, managing the emotions, remaining calm is something very, very, very important. So sit upright. One of the things that you could do, Ujjayi Pranayama. First, you should get used to slow inhalation, slow exhalation. You can close your eyes. As you inhale, abdominal cavity should expand. As you exhale, it should contract. I'll just show the principles. The shortage of time, we cannot practice the full length. Just contract the muscles around the throat, in particular the voice box, muscles around the region of the voice box. Then slowly inhale and exhale. And listen to the distinct sound of the breathing. So Ujjayi you should do for about 5 to 10 minutes. You can also do it in the evening. Then the next breathing that is recommended is the Brahmari Pranayama, which is also an excellent thing to do. The procedure you have to inhale, and as you exhale, generate the humming sound from inside, from within, without opening the lips. And watch that humming in the region of the brain. We'll talk more about in the next episode, but please remember this, especially during this phase. It is good to do this Brahmari Pranayama. You have to inhale as you exhale, hum from within and watch the vibrations. So we'll do a couple of cycles, but remember you should do this for about 5 to 10 minutes. So generally, if you inhale for about 4 seconds, you should be able to hum for about 12 seconds. But keep practicing. That's very important. These are all good to induce relaxation. And with a relaxed mind, you can have a healthy transition during all these phases. Let us offer our praise to Sage Patanjali. Inhale. योगेन चित्तस्य पदेन वाचा मलं शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन योपाकरोत्तं प्रवरं मुनीनां पतञ्जलिं प्राञ्जलिरानतोऽस्मि हरि ओम् शुभमस्तु।